This is London with Bitcoin Spike. We caught the move on the FOMC today to the upside and to the downside. Very excited. Let's shout out to the VIP, #1 trade group, looking at the descending triangle right now. Let's do an update. And what did we catch in the back? That specific expansion. Make sure you're looking at this on a big screen TV. This is London with Bitcoin Spike, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice. Taking a look at the specific expansion on Bitcoin. I let you know, as I always do, we rock the bells. Boom, to the upside. What do we do? That FOMC calling in the back. Take a look at this. Keep throwing longs at the Fed until they pivot. That's what I wanted to see the big boys do, guys. I wanted to see BIP do that, and you did that. Congratulations, you booked it and made some money. What happened is, after we identified the bell, we rocked it to the upside. I said, okay, so you see trade #1. That's when they released that 75 basis point hike, right? Then I said, on the release of 75 basis point hike, that was trade #1. Then I said, now we have a news conference in 27 minutes. How many trades do you want today? So we booked the trade, boom. And we're sitting at our golden short line. You guys got that right. We're sitting at the golden short line. I know VIP hammered into the golden short and just rocked it. I mean, just bottom line. So to the upside, to the downside, you got to be able to trade in both directions. Let's take a look at the current state of affairs for Bitcoin, this descending triangulation. If you're trading Dogecoin, I have to let you know, if you're trading it on Fire and Ice, our proprietary custom indicator, you're doing well. As long as you're not overexposed, you can cover any upside position or downside position, right, with an additional level on a higher time frame. Make sure you work those higher time frames on Bitcoin, on Dogecoin, and anything that you're trading Fire and Ice on until you really become accustomed with the way, for instance, that we just got into this descending triangulation. Pay attention, guys. The descending triangulation, we have returned on a pullback after hitting down into the green buy line. Boom. Beautifully well done. Nice orchestrated hit there with a return, a pullback to prior level of support on that descending triangulation. That's within the probabilities. You all know that. It's over a 60% chance. And you guys know that's the VIP way to be. Know your probabilities. Never involve your cash. Let's say this. If you do involve your cash in a minority position, right, in a less than 50%, right, less likelihood of occurring. If you do involve your cash in that specific type of a trade, make sure that your payout justifies it. It's no problem, guys. It's no problem if you're trading with something. Let's say it has a 3 out of 10 chance of, let's say it had a 3 out of 10 chance of going your way, your favor. 3 out of every 10 trades might go, let's say, a certain direction in your favor. No problem. As long as that 3 out of 10 probability trade were to pay off, let's say it paid off 10 to 1. So maybe you only need to hit 1 out of every 10, right? If you got a 10 to 1 payback ratio. Guys, it's the type of, I'd say, analytic that we expect you to do when you look at your probabilities. A little bit more advanced because you may not always have a perfect projection on your payout ratio. So simplistic be the approach to look at the highest probabilities that you can. This is London with Bitcoin Spike, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice. Looking at that expansion, we're in another bell, all right? We're over the 20 moving average on the hourly. Okay, we're over the 20 moving average on the hourly. Do we have an upside target? Yes, per the New York Institute of Finance, we have that upside target, but I want you to consider the fact that we are currently also at that preceding level of support, so we do have a contraindication. Contraindication is in effect. You know that I've been preparing you for. Let me go ahead and clean this up, guys. Looking forward to a weekend. It's Wednesday. It's time. I'm going to tell you already, it's time. You guys know this. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have a good time. Just looking forward to the weekend, a good trade weekend. #1 trade group. If you're not with a trade group, or if you want to beat the market, I'll tell you, if you want to be with the #1 crew, it's easy stuff. You want to be with the #1 crew, curated charts in the back, access to Fire and Ice. You know the routine. You guys know who's #1. That would be the VIP. It's only been one #1 group. We know this. We're excited about it. We're humble, guys. We stay humble in the face of the market. Looking at this 1 hourly time frame, let's look at the 4 hourly time frame. 4 hourly has, very importantly, this ascending line of support here. So we have that ascending line of support. We also have that flat top resistance, ascending triangulation. Unfortunately, we haven't held the specific preceding level of resistance. We are frustrated beyond that, so we do on that hourly. I'm just going to point this out again. We've gone over, we have that Adam and Eve, right? That peak and the rounding formation. We're just conflicted right now, the bottom line. We are conflicted. I'm going to tell you this. We're going to trade our patterns. I always tell the VIP, buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. And in the context thereof, I'd say the most important facet is that you be prepared for a move against your position. Are you prepared, let's say if you're long, for a move against your position? If so, how? Do you have heavy backup reserve cash? Are you ready to double down? Those are VIP, guys, those are ways to be. Looking at the higher time frames, definitely on everything from Doge to Bitcoin. And I would just shout out to the VIP, big time, who's been trading Doge. Guys, with Fire and Ice has been beautifully, beautifully productive, very nicely done, and just having a great time at the back. Going through the Bloomberg information, going through the market, really congealing, what did you say, gelling this year in terms of the market dynamics. We're having a great time. If you're in the market and not having a great time, and you want to start having a good time, most of the time that occurs when you're beating the market. If you want to beat the market, that's the first step. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Guys, let's go in the backlist trade. I will point out one thing for the VIP. Taking a look at any double bottom that we have had, please pay attention to this. Paying attention to any double bottom that we have had. Look at this, a double bottom that we have had with a secondary right in here, with a secondary move below. We've been referring to these, we haven't really known what to call them, but we've noted multiple, and really this is how this range started. Pay attention. How this range started. When I say how this range started, pay attention. This is very interesting, very, very interesting. How this range started would be back in this $17,600 mark. We started with the following, and you guys do remember also this specific support to resistance cross trend line that still is in place. I said it was an active level of resistance, right? But at 17,600, what did we run into? Let's dig into this real quickly. Let's make sure that you understand what we ran into. We ran into a, I'm gonna call it an ace deuce blackjack 2-1. It was a flat bottom, and this is how I describe these guys. We come up with our own, I'm going to just say our own pattern formation when we have a descending, or nomenclature, when we have a little bit of culture, VIP culture in the back, having some fun, right? We call this like an ace deuce. We have a 2-1 or a blackjack, meaning we have a double bottom right here, and then we have a single push down through that. This is the exact pattern formation that we saw start this entire range. Yes, and the range meaning all the way back to the 17,600. Test me, go back here on the 5-minute time frame, see exactly what pattern we had here at 17,600. We pay attention to these things, we pay attention to the details and technicals. So when we see a repeat pattern like this, what I will note is a small variation right now because we had a flat bottom as part of this descending triangulation on a, let's see, on that hourly. Okay, we do have this small variation. I would prefer not to see this level of variation right in here. Okay, I prefer not to see that. I prefer just to have a straight flat bottom support, double bottom here, right? Boom, boom. Part of that specific descending triangulation and one fall through, because we've seen a number of these rocket to the upside. We have seen that. So this has a bit of a variation here. I'm just going to note that for purposes of the VIP, without a doubt. Hugely impressive today. We caught that move in the back. Congratulations to all the VIP who traded. Hey, it's fun when you're making money. Congratulations, guys. Way to go. Now, in terms of joining the group, I want to invite you to join the group, and I also want to invite you to join today, okay? You can join from YouTube with the join button, or you can hit this specific link right here. You'll have access to the curated rooms, the VIP restricted access, and to the indicator. Join today. This is London with Bitcoin Spike, and once you do join, make sure you get in touch with me, respond to that first pinned tweet, and put I am VIP. If you will do that, we'll place you in the back and we'll put you in the winner's circle. We will, guys, give you access to, we'll give you access to Fire and Ice, okay? The #1 indicator in the market, guys, I built it, we built it, so we know it beats all the other indicators, and it's a perfect tool for the toolbox. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. We will be rocking and rolling with some new technological equipment, new cameras, and a new trading setup very soon. Excited to bring everything that we can to the VIP in 2022 and beyond. This is London. Shout out, special shout out to Venus, #1 contributor. So excited to be building with you in 2022 and beyond. And Yasmina, shout out to you as well. I see you on screen. I'm excited that you're going to be doing your 100 rounds, our training for VIP. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Remember, guys, never overexposed at any higher price. Always able to double, triple down. Buy it, support, sell it, resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.